A negative number is a number that has a value less than 0. You can think of them as anti-numbers of the math world. We're adding a positive and negative number of the same value annihilate to form 0. But what is a positive number minus a negative number? Do you get some crazy super negative nonsense? No. So I'll explain. Let's start very simple. Addition. Addition is very friendly. You just add the direct values of each of the numbers. For example, what is 2 plus a negative 1? It's 1 because the negative 1 took away 1 from the 2. Is that confusing? Here. Let's assume that each number represents a number of bowling balls. Now we have 2 bowling balls above the line and 1 bowling ball below the line. What now? Well, since positive and negative numbers cancel each other out, we can get rid of 1 bowling ball from each side of the line. That leaves us with only 1 positive bowling ball remaining. So our answer is 1. Let's look at another example. Negative 5 plus 2. Since 5 is bigger than 2, we know our answer will be negative. 2 bowling balls from each side of the line will cancel out, leaving us with negative 3 bowling balls left. So our answer is negative 3. That was easy, but what about subtraction? To understand that, it may help us to look at a number line. When dealing with addition, we plot the first point on the number line and move it in the positive or negative direction, depending on if the second number is positive or negative. For example, with negative 5 plus 2, we plot negative 5 on the line and move it in the positive direction 2 places. For 2 plus negative 1, we plot 2 and move it in the negative direction, since the second number is negative. Subtraction is the same but in reverse. You have to remember that it is in reverse. If the number is positive, we move in the negative direction, and if it is negative, we move in the positive direction. For example, 2 minus 1. Plot 2 on the graph and move in the negative direction because 1 is positive. If we have negative 2 minus 1, we would plot negative 2 on the number line and again move in the negative direction, giving us an answer of negative 3. However, if we had 1 minus negative 2, we would plot 1 on the number line and move 2 in the positive direction, meaning that the number is actually positive 3. With practice, it will become easier, but let's move on to the final 2 operations, which are surprisingly the easiest. With multiplication and division, it is so surprisingly easy. If we were to multiply or divide with 2 positive numbers, we'd get a positive number in return. If we did the same, but one of the numbers was negative, we would get a negative number in return. If both numbers are negative, the result will always be positive. In short, if the signs are the same, it will be positive, but if the signs are different, the number will be negative. This chart is a really great way to symbolize that. This was only a very brief explanation into the operations. This was only a very brief explanation into operations with negative numbers. Please share this to anyone you may think be in need of this information, and thank you for supporting me by watching this video.